Attention units operating and responding to the second alarm box 2173. Your incident duration is now 20 minutes. Attention units operating and responding to the second alarm box 2173. Your incident duration is now 20 minutes. We got 3 lines, the rear yard, towards the 2-story attached. All right, 10-4. Division 6. Division 6, ringing the third alarm. We need a full third alarm. All right, 10-4. Third alarm transmitted for box 2173, 345 Cypress Avenue. East 141 to St. Mary Street fire, the top floor and into the Cockloft. Third alarm transmitted for box 2173, 345 Cypress Avenue, East 141 Street to St. Mary Street. Fire, the top floor and into the Cockloft. All right, Battalion 5-8 is going to be your air recon chief there, King.
Special unit.
Alright guys, this is the third alarm fire here in the Bronx. Fire on several floors. Fire into the Cockloft. They got multiple hand lines stretched and operating. They're getting water on the fire now. Or they have been, but
fire extending into the A-wing.
Fire is extending to the A-wing.
Yeah, 10-4, Chief. There's concrete ceiling above this rehab. We'll probably have to get
It looks like fire in 2 wings of this building here. There's no roof access right now. I'm going to try to get on one of these roofs to see. They're having transmission problems too with the radios. Alright, you got gray, black, and white smoke pushing. So, let me see if I can get on one of these roofs. Where the rack at? There's the rack at.
Command to the fire.
All cars and units responding into the third alarm. We're going to switch over to the 800 backup.
Alright, they're switching the radio. I'm going to try to get on this roof here. Alright guys, I'm on the roof next door. A lot of wind. But here's the chief.
Yeah, all the fire is in the A-wing. It's just coming across to the front. Roof next to the command.
Let's see.
Command. Fire's traveling from rear to front. It hasn't crossed this road. It's going from rear to front right now. All right, 10-4. This is an H building. A-wing, B-wing, rear. 10-4. Heavy fire in the rear of the A-wing.
Heavy fire in the rear. Let me see if there's any access on the other side of this.
Fire's moving from the rear to the front of the A-wing. 10-4. So we don't have any fire in the B-wing. Is that correct? Not at this time. 10-4.
So they got fire only on one side. There you go. I'm gonna try to stay away from the smoke.
Alright, fire center command. Transmission. Command to 75 engine. 75. We are stretching the Cockloft side. So V-bottle stretching focus side. Can you redirect that to the A-wing?
Here's where all the fire is right now. They're trying to hit it.
Alright, I need you to get that Cockloft out there. Rescue roof to rescue. Go ahead. 2-3 corner, you still have fire in that area, and also heading towards the front, next to the stairs, that apartment towards the front, next to the stairs, fire in the Cockloft there. It's already in Jeremy, we're in the for pulling seals, okay? F4. Command to the roof sector. Roof sector. Roof sector. go ahead. Have to operate
Shit.
lines down into the roof opening. Do we have openings over front and rear of the A-wing? 10-4, we have openings from the rear to the road area, which would be the midline, not in the front area towards the street yet. 917.
You can see the fire, but the
911,
smoke
fire,
is
send to the
obscuring it.
Command. We're moving into both apartments, 6 David, 6 Eddie, towards the front. They're knocking down fire. Shut that line down! Shut that line down! Shut that line down! Shut that line down! Line shut down.
There's a fire right there.
Engine 3-5.
It's blowing in there.
3-5 is on the roof with a line. You're backed up by engine 5.
There's a fire. If you look closely. Alright, look at all the burned roof and ceiling material.
4-6, we are working on getting a line off 59 engine right now.
Shit.
917 to command. Command. Alright, this road is between the front and the rear of the building. All the fires in the A-wing, in the rear, moving towards the front.
Right here.
Alright, 10-4. A-wing and the B-wing, I-wing. 10-4.
They're making trench cuts
Command to the roof.
all around.
We have advantage to put water into the Cockloft from the roof. 10-4, we do. Alright, don't do it till you hear from me. We got a coordinator, right? 10-4. Engine line 4 is the 5th floor, back of the engine. Rest of the room. Alright, we're moving to the 2-foot apartment. We got fire on both ends. Are you moving your guns that direction? Thank you, Jeremy.
There's heavy fire over here and over here.
Fire section, go ahead. Alright, Temple, we're coming in now. 9 to the nozzle, make your way to the 5th floor of the A-wing. Temple. Memphis, we're moving a line into 6 Edwards. Stay clear. Everyone to 5-0. Engine 7-1, engine 5-0.
I can't with the smoke. It's too much.
I got the 5-0 in there. Got the guys up. Got my control in at the 9.
It's blowing directly over here, folks.
Sorry
about that.
Fire sector. What's your location? Are you in the front of the A-wing or the rear of the A-wing? Chief, I'm right in between the front and the rear. Right now, 60 engines moving into the front. The 6 Eddie. 73's got the other line. 6 David. Okay, 10-4. I want you to take care of the front of the wing. I got battalion 17 up there.
looks
I
like
want them to
they're
take
getting
care
it.
of the rear of the wing.
Over
Battalion
there.
17, you get that? 7-4.
There's some fire there.
Danny, you got a line in the rear still, or is the other line moved to the front? Now we moved all the lines to the front.
They're trying to keep it from spreading towards the front.
Therefore, we just got 75 engines that share Cockloft. That's the only line we got left. sure, but you still have fire in the rear of the wing. You have fire in the compartment, you have fire in the cockpit, and the rear of the wing. Not out of fire in the rear. A lot of fire in the front to a compartment. All right, tell 75 I want that cockpit visor in the front of the wing, and I want it to get in operation ASAP. That boy, they're setting it up now. Chief, we're going to need 2 more engines. Put them on the 5th floor for me. All right, next floor, you have 46. They'll stay on the floor below. Call them when you need them. All right, that floor. 72 engines. Let's start the control sector. 7-5, control. 7-5 control. Give me 1 more right and hook up. 7-5 control, 7-1. That's the command fire sector. 7-1 fire sector. Fire sector. Yeah, there's a little bit of scaffolding smoldering. 4-7 to fire sector, top floor. 7-1, right next to you, right? 7-4, just fire sector to command. Hands up. Command, go ahead. I'm going to need an engine company up here on the top floor to relieve engine 7-1. They're low on air. Safety, battalion to 1-2. Safety to the 1-2 roof sector. On their line. You got 46 engines. They're heading up to the floor below. Grab them when they get up there, okay? Also, 37 trucks. Just released 42 trucks. That's all. We're going to need 42 trucks. 37 trucks off on the top floor. 6 minutes. Yeah, 37 is on their way up. That's 7-1 chauffeur. 7-1 chauffeur. Also, to the Cockloft office. Everyone chauffeur, 10-4, wasn't away. Move that to the fire sector. Fire sector. 71 was being backed up by 5-0. You will leave 71, you got 5-0 with you down on the top floor. Move sector to command. Command, go ahead. Inspection holes in the 8-wheel in front. The fire hasn't made it to the front yet. There is fire in the rear. That's the main floor area. We're opening up right now, trying to stop it and get it to the front. Alright, 10, 40 minutes, ready to have a straight shot. Right? Then we're going to throw the fire jump test around and extended that hole. So, is it in the B-wing now? Negative, it's still moving rear to front, A-wing.
So that's from here. This cutting a trench cut. I said before, they're trying to get a not crossing over to the next wing. They're not down that part.
7 to command. Command, go ahead. I'm going to need another truck company with a 19 truck.
The chief is giving instructions there. It looks like the fire jumped already over there. See how the black smoke and gray smoke is pushing towards the front of the building? This is the back of the building. Let's see what the chief is saying.
1-4 fire sector. 1-4 fire sector. Yeah, 10-19 truck down.
I think he's removing all the members from here because it might have jumped. They haven't said so yet.
7-3 step 3.
See that black chunky smoke coming out of there? He removed them all from over there. They're all moving out. Yeah, there's the fire. It's coming out, heading towards the front of the building, and it's starting in back here again. Let me see if I can catch some of the fire for you there.
Roof sector, give me an update on the conditions of the Cockloft from your perspective.
Alright, I'm going to go back over here to where the fire just jumped.
Go ahead.
And the chief removed everything.
Be about 60 engine is low on air. They're going to be relieved by 46 engines. All right, that 4. Battalion 17 to command. Command. Give me, I need one of those engines that I called for earlier. What number are they? 46 and 27, the staging on the floor below you. Alright, Battalion 17, engine 46, come on up to the top floor, 6 floor. That's one. Command to the fire sector. Fire sector. Is that Cockloft Roswell in operation? Yeah, they're putting it in right now. That's 4.
Alright, the chief moved everybody out. I don't know if they've done a full alarm yet.
Command to the roof sector.
Smoke.
Command to the roof sector, just double check with you. We don't have any flyers going through the Cockloft in the rear of the A-wing. Is that correct?
I believe they just transmitted a full alarm.
Alright, 10-4, be advised, the Cockloft Roswell is going into operation. If anything changes from what you just told me, let me know.
Car, correction, 95
I believe they transmitted a fourth alarm.
Rear of the A-wing.
I hear a lot of units coming. So the fire is now in this wing. They tried as best as they could to keep it from coming over here.
Up to Battalion 5 air recon.
John, on the roof.
Just too much.
Roof on the A-wing is spongy. I'm pulling all guys to the B-wing. We're directing our efforts to keeping it in the A-wing.
I haven't confirmed that it's a fourth alarm, but I hear a lot of units coming in. Spreading back to the other side now. See the chunky black smoke coming out? There's pockets of fire growing in there. There it is. It popped up on the other side. Again, back there. Alright guys, the smoke is just too much. It's popping up everywhere now.
Right now, 94 engines got the line. Fire's right there. 75 engines in the adjoining apartment with the Cockloft office. Yeah, they want the tower restaurant. I'm going to move the rig. I'm taking the aerial now. Negative, okay. We have a hose line stretched through the top. It's threaded through. We have to shut that down in just a second.
Wind-driven fires too. It's very windy in New York City. They've had 4 or 5 multiple alarm fires the last 2 days, and a lot of it has to do with the wind. They're pulling all the personnel off the roof. Just be aware of that, all right? You got to come ready from underneath. Excuse my language. Alright guys, I put on my little COVID mask. It's not the same, but it's better than nothing. Starting to hit the other side where it lit up back again, but they still haven't gotten inside here. I don't know if they're inside on the last floor. It looks like they may have water coming through there, but I can't make it out. Yeah, they got water coming through there. I just got sprayed. Alright, so they're working inside the apartment. Alright, they hit this pocket of fire. They hit that pocket of fire from the inside, but they still have a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, 10-4, we're still knocking down fire in the two-front apartments.
They're still knocking down fire in the apartments. I'm going to try to go back on the other side.
Command. We're 1084, Chief. We're making our way to the command post.
I mean,
Yeah, you and my fast truck.
You see some of the operation. Air Recon Chief is here.
Roof deck to the command. Command, go ahead, roof deck to. We have a new trench cut, but not pulled in between A and B. Alright, 10-4.
Let me see if there's anything to see here.
Go ahead and pull it, alright? You have a hand line up there, correct?
Fire lit up back here again. And you can see it there.
10-4. 29, roof 29?
I know you guys told me not to apologize, but sorry for not being able to maneuver into another area. All the other buildings are shorter than this.
Fire sector, go ahead. Be advised you can pull the trench on the roof, okay? Alright, 10-4. Cockloft nozzle going into operation.
The ladder pipe, which is a rare use in the FDNY.
We have an inverter roof up there. It should be fixed converted. Alright, if you get that almost done, let me know if you can confirm that, okay? Fire sector to the roof sector.
Every fire pushing in the back again.
Rescue roof to rescue stag. Go ahead. And 2-3 corner again.
2-3 corner again.
Rescue roof. And 2-3 corner, we got a line back there. Yeah. Rescue to command.
Heavy fire over here now, folks.
Rescue to command. Rescue 3. Go ahead, rescue 3. If you can get a line around the outside of the rear of the A wing on the fire escape, it will be helpful to see up your ball lighting up again.
They need a line up here where I am. That's what they need. They could use a couple lines up here.
Fire sector.
lot of windows. Ventilation.
Go ahead. Yeah, we got the Cockloft nozzle operation. How are we looking up there? We can finish this fire. Push it towards that AB's roof. A short trench between A and A. We have a line operating. It looks like you're hitting fire heavily in the A-wing front. Alright, yeah, it's up 4. They're in there right now. We're just trying to get above the concrete ceiling on the top floor.
They opened up a trench over there. Fire spreading fast back here. And it's moving towards the front again.
Battalion 17. Danny, you got a good amount of fire throwing out a hole in the roof. In the rear of the A-wing, just about the center of the A-wing, right on the fire escape.
Heavy fire pushing.
Yeah, there's a concrete board above that. So if we get on the fire escape, we have a advantage to hit that fire. Is that what you're telling me? I don't know where the fire escape. I'm talking about we have a line below. We're trying to get it into that gap. We need to run it through. That's true. Command to the roof sector. Sector. Can you hit that fire that's extending out of the A-wing in the rear? No? Yeah, perfect. We'll go right now.
Take care.
Go ahead. Yeah, Chief, that line, if you go out that rear fire escape, we'll be able to get the fire that's over the upper common stage. Yeah, I think so. Be advised, before we had an inverted roof, we're going to be able to get it from that fire escape. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. We have it opened up underneath. 10-4. I'll get back to you. 10-4. Command, go ahead. Yeah, be advised, 50 engines, they're going to get released by 72 engines. And one of them at 6 even.
You're coming from inside to hit that pocket of fire now.
917 to roof sector. Be advised, we're opening up the line down here. We just started opening a line in the rear here. Just see where we'll put you through. Hey, you guys are hitting it now on that 2-3 corner. That's the 6 command for out of 5-5. 5-5. 6-4. On the top floor. In the B-wing. How we looking at Gospel? You have the sense for. Now look on the B-wing side.
Just hit the pocket of fire over here.
All units be advised, the rack unit is on Cypress 141. All units be advised, the rack is on 141 at Cypress.
Alright, they got heavy, black, chunky, and gray smoke pushing in the front. I'm gonna go back over there.
Stop, keep the command. Command, go ahead. Yeah, can you give me a minute and can you come up on channel 2 and put me through? Who is this? Stop, chief. Stop, Jimmy. 917 to roof sector. Roof sector, go ahead, 17. Alright, are we getting it now? Yeah, 34, the fire that was shown through the roof of the rear has been knocked down. I got steam showing. Keep doing what you're doing. Alright, 917 command. Command. Alright, is this the fire you were talking about with the fire suit?
Yep.
Stand by.
Alright, look what's going on over there. I'm gonna go back over there, but there's a lot of smoke over there. It's starting to push heavy black and gray smoke in the front of the building through one of the vent holes. So, traveling in the
knocking down a bit, but you still have active fire back there. I believe we were hitting it from the roof, and it made they got some water on it, so we're going to continue to do that. Alright, that's what we're going to take care of. Roof sector, battalion 112, did you get that? That's not the message, Chief. You were just hitting fire in the rear, correct, from the roof? Perfect. Keep hitting it. You still got a little bit showing here on the camera. That's all. Command to battalion 1-4. Battalion 1-4. Looks like you still got fire in the front.
Right there.
Stand by a minute. Yeah, 10-4, Chief. We got the Cockloft nozzle and 680 in the front. They're hitting fire. We got 72 engine in the front, 6 even. They're hitting the fire.
So they stopped the fire in the throat area. This here area is called the throat.
Battalion 1-4, looks like you got
They did a
fire working
trench cut right there where they're spraying. You see the trench cut.
towards the front side.
Now you got fire pushing towards the front. They're using the Cockloft nozzle, but they're still trying to get to it. And the Cockloft is the space between the roof and the ceiling of an apartment building.
We're operating, we're keeping fire in that area. Right now we're also hitting pockets in the same range rear. It looks like we didn't have the rear. I don't see progress in the front there. Head forward. They got the Cockloft nozzle in the front. They should be able to get it if they keep moving it around. That's what you... 7-5, fire sector. Fire sector. I can use the truck in the apartment with the Cockloft nozzle. Yeah, 10-4.
Alright, he needs a truck over there. I'm going to go back over there.
Thank you.
They're hitting this over here with that line and from inside. I'm going to go back over there where they have the Cockloft nozzle in operation. It looks like they're getting it. But a lot of black, gray, chunky smoke still pushing right there in the center of the screen.
Command. I'm going to need a truck up here, 680, to work with 75, to open up more of the ceiling. Did you use 55 yet? They can operate for a little while, but they're going to need relief soon. 30 truck is stationed on the floor below you. When you need them, call them up and let me know. 10-4.
Alright, I'm back over here. Let's monitor this a little bit longer.
Respect to the command.
You see that smoke on both of those inspection holes?
Roof sector battalion 1-2 to command. Go ahead, Roof. We're leaving ladder 1-7. If you have an extra truck, I can use it. Fire sector ladder 3-0. Ladder 3-0, 10-4, we're heading up. 10-4, top floor, apartment 6 David. You're going to relieve ladder 3-7. Ladder 3-0, 10-4. Command to ladder 4-7.
Looks like they're getting it.
Ladder 4-7. Report to battalion 1-2 at the roof sector. Alright. Did you get that?
Real contact.
Can you stand by that?
Alright, 10-4, stand by for your identity.
Fielcom just requested, I think, two trucks. Maybe 3. I didn't hear the transmission. Let's see what the Bronx says.
Up to the field com. Field com, okay. Getting ladder 2-5 and ladder 1-4, okay.
Wow, my first new ladder 2-5 is coming in. They must have been acting another company in the Bronx. Looks like they're getting it inside with the top wall now. A lot of damaged apartments on this wing from the top floor, probably 3 or 4 floors down. Water damage mostly. I don't know how much fire they had in them.
Yeah, we're making good progress here in the front. We are going to need another truck, 6 David. You got 48 staging on the floor wall. Alright, 10-4, 48 trucks, make your way to the top floor. Ladder parade to fire sector, what apartment? 6 David. Command to ladder 19. 19. Can you fence that ladder and get your rig out of there? Ladder 17. 17. What's your location? We're now way down from the roof, 10-4, I want you to take your rig, I want you to back out, I want you to go around the corner and come in from the other side in case we have to put your fucking as operator. 19 truck is vacating their spot, and we'll figure it out when you get down there. Hey Brian, you give me the come down, you good? I'll take care of it. Thanks, buddy. I'm down here.
Are you in 31's area?
926 command.
There goes the fire again.
Fire sector.
They got a tracer. They're gonna keep popping out.
Set up, not an operation. If you think you could use it, let us know. Alright, 10-4. 72 engines, knocking down fire in the front. And 94 engines, knocking down fire in the rear.
Defective store,
So rescue is all set up with that engine that they were flying for, correct? For that line? Yeah, 10-4, they got 94 with them. Alright, 10-4.
So what they're doing is they're spraying into the Cockloft area with the Cockloft nozzle, but once they hit one spot, then the fire keeps traveling.
What is your location? I am up on the roof, overseeing the roof operations. 10-4, thank you.
It's moving towards the side now, towards the side.
Rescue roof to rescue. Rescue. Yeah, we're heading down. 10-4.
They're concentrating on that over there.
Want you show for the 2-9 pedestal?
And the internal units are concentrating on
2-9
this.
pedestal. The ladder pipe's not going to be able to hit the body. You'd be better off going in the front, not in the throat. 10-4. Jimmy, how you making out of the room? We're good. I got the rest of the guys with me. You want us to drop down? Yeah, 10-4. He's on. All right. They still got fire in the front of the A-wing. Man to roof sector. Roof sector. How many lines do you have on the roof for you now? One line. It's in between A and B. It guards the trench.
That's that line right there, guarding the trench. In the meantime, this is happening here. Well,
Lined up there. Good.
they got this hole pretty good, and that one now it's moving over here.
Roof sector to 2-9 chauffeur. 2-9 chauffeur. You're in good position. Start water and start aiming about a 45-degree angle down. Maybe a 60-degree angle straight down.
I think there's a ladder pipe right there, which is very rare for the FDNY. They don't use it very often. But there it is. He's going to try to put it in operation. All right, they're inside the apartment now, hitting the pocket. There it goes.
Ladder 2-9, hold up on the ladder pipe.
There's the ladder pipe.
Roof sector to ladder 2-9, hold up on the ladder pipe.
They want him to hold on because these guys are hitting it.
Roof sector to fire sector. Fire sector. Go ahead, Eddie. Yeah, that line just made progress in that A-wing. Whatever you just did, it just put out a lot of fire. It was coming through the roof of the A-wing front. You're on it right now. Yeah, 10-4, we got 72 and 6 David. That's where it is. They're hitting it right now. All right, 10-4. Fire sector command. Command, go ahead. Making good progress in that A-wing. Recommend we hold off on the ladder pipe right now. All right, yeah, we just got it standing by for now, okay? Excellent. We got a report from the inside that we're looking pretty good. That we got water on a lot of fire and we're making progress on the two front apartments right now. That's a fire good. It looks like the rear's been knocked down. All right, 10-4.
All right, guys.
Trey, you go down? On 4 right now, Cap.
They still have fire in here. You see the chunky smoke? That means there's small pockets and smoldering going on. Like I said early on, there's been 5 or 6 multiple fires in New York City over the last 3 days since Good Friday. One of them was very, very bad in Queens last night for 10:45. We were able to get to a couple of them. There was a 3-alarm fire today in Queens, which was early in the morning, very large as well. So yeah, we're making some of them. We can't make all of them. We got to get sleep and such. And so yeah.
Whatever operations you got going in the front seems to be working.
All right, that's looking pretty good. That doesn't mean that it's out. We still got our continued chasing. I believe that's a probe on the nozzle there. There's the teeth. Roof sector.
Fire sector to come in. Fire sector battalion 1-4 to come in. Command, go ahead. Yeah, we can use 2 engines to relieve companies on the 2 lines up here and 2 fresh trucks when you get a chance. Alright, where are you operating? You're operating in the rear of the top floor? Negative, we're in the front. 6 David, 6 Eddie. These guys are going to need relief. They've been operating up here for a while. Alright, 2 engines and 2 trucks you're going to need? That's right, 2 engines, 2 trucks, yes.
Let me see if I can get a report
7-3 shot for the 9-4.
from PeelCom when they give it soon.
Engine 9-4. Cap, you're operating off of my line. Take it from 60, correct? That's correct. Alright, just let me know who relieved you so I'll know. Thank you. Okay. 926 command to Battalion 1-4. Command to Battalion 1-4 in the front. Battalion 1-4. We're going to send up 47 engines and 66 engines. What two companies are you sending down? We're going to send down 75 engines and 72 engines. All right, then I'll let you know when we get to the front. Be advised, 92 engines going to take over your line and 6 engines in the front. All right, 10-4. Route sector to Battalion 17. Fire sector. Fire sector. We're there when we finish that first task. If you need us anywhere, let us know. Yeah, make your way up to the top floor. Route sector to fire sector. Go straight, go straight. Fire sector to come in. Man, go ahead. 91 engines going to relieve 75 engines and 6 Eddie in the front.
He's trying to communicate with them, but
All right,
I don't know if they're hearing him.
Route sector, fire sector. Fire sector. That line you just had operating in the A-wing front, you're hitting a lot of fire. If you can start that one back up again, that's where it burned through the roof, just in front of that. Fire sector, 10-4, the one towards the throat, correct? Yep, 10-4, towards the throat.
He wants them to open this line again in there.
Battalion 1-4, fire sector to come in. Command. Yeah, Chief, be advised, the 1-6 battalion is going to take over as the fire sector on the top floor. Alright, he's got the entire top floor extended. Battalion 1-7, command, where was that engine you were sending on Mark? 47 and 66 should be staging on the floor below. 10-4, the 917 engine 47, come on up to 6 George. I'm going to have them replace 46 engines.
Alright, I'm going to start winding down.
Engine 47, we're going to
They're hitting the fire. Here come the extra ladders. You can hear them coming in the distance. Let's see if it's 25.
Move sector to command.
It's a fucking zone. Not 25.
They just made good progress. That heaviest body of fire was, if you look up at 29 Daniel, 20 feet in on the throat side, they just knocked all that down. While roof line is knocking down pockets towards the rear of roofing material, the fire never jumped the trench. It's contained to the A-wing. That's already, give me an estimate on the guys that you have on the roof. Are they still good to operate? If I need them, can they provide relief on the top floor? And if so, what do you have up there? How many engines? How many trucks? 10-4, I'll get back to you with an assessment. 916. Fire sector. When you get a chance, I'm going to need an estimate on how many additional units you're going to need after the ones you have on the top floor right now. 10th floor, completed, schedule release. Give me a minute, I'll get back to you. 10th floor.
They asked the chief to see how many of these people could use, that they could use
Engine 8 is up to 916.
for relief and move assets around.
916. Engine 82 is heading up to you.
The wind is picking up.
On your location. 10th floor, we're in the A-wing on the top floor. 6th floor A-wing. Engine 82.
I'm gonna go back over there to show you guys the damage in a minute.
16 engine 82. One unit. Don't come above the 5th floor until we get all the companies out, and then we'll take a look at it, right? So hang out on the 5th floor till I call you. Engine 82, 10th floor. Roof deck to the command. Command. For trucks, I only have part of ladder 42 and ladder 19, and I'm going to relieve both. I'm relieving engine 35 moving forward, and engine 5 down to that roof line, and I'm going to need one truck up here. Both the elements of 19 and 42 can't be redeployed. These guys are spent. 10th floor, you have 25 trucks on the floor below right now. Is that going to be good enough for you? That's 10th floor. You'll be able to finish up the overhaul with them? I might have an additional truck up on the roof I can give you too. Otherwise, you're going to have to start special forward, so let me know.
I think ladder 25 is coming up from the floor below. I don't know if I understood that correctly. We'll see.
Fire sector, who's calling? 25 to fire sector. We're on the floor below. Where do you need us? Stay on the floor below until I get back to you.
All right, 25 staying down there. I wanted to try to get a little bit of them operating. Let's see the damage on the other side. Yeah, fire trucks.
I'm down the street whenever you're ready.
As far as the eye can see.
Engine 8 is up to 16.
And these
16.
wind-driven fire extinguishers, a lot of embers. If you look on this roof, all these big chunks all over the place. I just came over here to show you guys. They're breaking into something here. I don't know if it's the skylight, but down below, as you look closer, you see the members operating inside the burnt-out apartment. Right there. Very tedious work, and so you guys can see what these members have to go through on a daily basis.
90138, active 917. 138, active 17. You guys go up.
Some of the member companies came up here. They're just checking it out. Could have came up here earlier with a couple lines. Alright, just to show you the damage. So apparently, and I'm not sure of any of this, the fire might have started somewhere back here in this apartment, and that one which seems to be the most damaged. And they contained it pretty much to this floor, and I think the floor below. I really don't know all the particulars. And as you saw when we got here pretty early on, maybe 20 something minutes in. The fire started to spread through the Cockloft. That's why they called for the second alarm so quickly. Because once it gets into the Cockloft and it gets away from them, this is what happens. And then it started spreading there, and you guys saw the whole process. I know that I ate enough smoke for several fires today. Looks like they're giving the Probies a little training over there. I'm not sure if that's correct. But they're both Probies. That's the officer. I gotta be careful because there are members operating out there.
Command to 9165 sector. Fire sector. John, the only primary we got was performance 6 points. You ain't put up units to do primary and secondary on the top floor. Also need the floor below the fire and steel in that 5 points.
Alright, they just found fire in the ceiling. And they're bringing the ladder pipe closer. I don't know if they're going to put it in operation. Let me see what they're trying to break into down there.
I would look at exposure 2.
They're banging into something, breaking into something. I don't know what was that. Glass top on that little building, or
Command to 9165 fire sector.
let me see if they're gonna do the ladder pipe.
Fire sector. I also have, if it's minus 25 is an exposure 2 right now. When they're done, I can send them up to you also to help out the searches. Fire sector 10-4. I have ladder 25. I'm gonna have them start working on 5th floor. Alright, ladder 25 in command. I'm in the fire building, not the exposure 2. I'm on the floor below. I'll start the primaries on 5. Ladder 1-4 in command. Ladder 1-4 is the exposure right now.
Oh, they're cleaning the windows down. Is what they're doing.
Engine 10-5, chauffeur 10-5. 75. Corrected address. I'm at 141 and Beekman, 1 block down from Cypress. 75, 74. Thank you.
Let me see if 25 comes up. If not, I'm going down.
What's up to 1 to command? Protective battalion, 1 to command. Command. All visible fire airways must aware, including wounded materials from up here must be extinguished. Alright, so we look, bring the start up on the roof, is that correct? Yes, that's what they cooked up here. Alright,
All right.
all units be advised, this incident is probably will hold. All units be advised, this incident is probably will hold. The rack is on Cypress and 141. All units be advised, the rack is on Cypress and 141.
Where'd the rack at? Cypress at 141. All right, the chief here just gave the report that everything looks good for them down there, and the incident is probably will hold. I'm gonna go down and close it up.
75 shoulder, 75 nozzle. Nozzle. We got that.
He's telling the troops that they did a good job. Well done.
Guy, 1 second. You John also had reports that the primaries were done in the B wing. We're just gonna need the secondaries on the top floor in the B wing, all right?
All right, I'm gonna go see what I can film downstairs. I'll be back. And this building, the elevator was broken. The elevator was broken, and climbing it up here to the 8th floor was a nightmare for me. Just so you guys know. And the building looks very nice, but it looks in the stairway, I'll show you, it's a little rough. Just so you guys can see, it's a little, I don't know, these walls are supposed to be like this or hasn't been painted. It's a little scary. I don't even know if this building's brand new and it has tenants throughout, so. But anyway, I'm gonna go down. Hold on, feel calm.
All right.
All right, I don't know what they said. Let me go downstairs. Okay guys, so we came down here to show you how large these buildings were. That's where the fire was that you saw throughout in the back. On the last floor, I don't know if there was any fire on the 5th floor. They stopped it right here in the throat, which I showed you, from spreading to this wing, and I don't know if that wing over there is attached. So, like other fires we've been to, if they don't stop it from spreading, it goes all the way up through the top. Also, I'm going to show you the Fdny EMS contingency that they have here. They're all on standby in case a member needs help, or civilians, or anyone for that matter. And they're gonna do a press conference, so I'm gonna be on standby for that. Here's some more EMS. All right, so
enjoy your birthday there, pal.
I'm winding down here. I'm gonna do a little bit of hose packing for the members. There's a large media contingency here, probably due to the multiple fires. I got a mask on here. There's Skylar Fire with our friend Bieber.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
63.
What?
Do me a favor. Can you
Both units are going to an 8. All right, that's cool.
Hey there, how are you, brother?
If you're not in the way, we're towards the front. We're going to operate from the floor below towards the bulkhead with the line. Yeah, we're on the roof. The 10th floor, go ahead.
So, this car is not exactly totally blocking the hydrant, but it's very, very close, and it causes them to operate in tight spaces. As you see, the line has a kink in it right there because of the proximity of the car to the hydrant. So, that car should be 15 feet away that way and 15 feet away this way. A little bit too close, that would be considered a block hydrant.
All right. We can start making operation.
And then, because of that hydrant, they have to do other stuff like this to connect all the way through because of this car parked too close to the hydrant. So that's the explanation for that.
You just crack it. I have 2 lines working. You crack it. 10-4, got you. That's the line. Thank you. Battalion 26, Battalion 16. Battalion 16. No, we have an incident to the street. Need help taking the lines off?
10-4, we're going to need assistance with probably 5 lines up here.
All right, 10-4. Command to engine 8-1.
No.
Engine 8-1. Command folks. 10-4. Engine 8-3, Chopper. Chopper. Do you have a line operating still? We have a line open. We're looking to get it shut down. 8-3, Chopper, shutting it down. 26212. 12. Ladder 12. That's ladder 151. Uniform Battalion 12, go ahead. Not Battalion 12, ladder 12.
Alright, as you can see, they got major hose packing going on here.
2-6 to Battalion 12. 1-2. Ed, we can take 55's aerial down, correct? Yeah, simple. Say 1-2 to 112. 6-6 to 73, chauffeur. 73, chauffeur. You can shut down that line on the 6th floor. 10-4, shutting down training. 4-2, chauffeur. Somebody call me?
Water on the feet, folks. Water on the feet. Good, how are you? Good. How you doing, brother?
4-2, chauffeur to the guy on the 6th. Disconnect the hose line, and then we'll retract everything on the aerial itself. Engine 59 to 4-2, chauffeur. We got half a length of hose on the roof still before you can retract.
Alright, they're getting prepared for the press conference. They're briefing the chiefs. So I'm gonna stick around.
What's up? How you doing? Very good. How you doing? Hey, Chief, how are you? Hey, what's up, brother?
Alright, they're gonna do the press conference. Let me get over there.
Chief of Operations, Kevin Woods, KEVIN-WOODS. At approximately 2:20 this afternoon, the fire department received a call for a fire at 345 Cypress Avenue. Our units arrived in 3 minutes, 45 seconds. This building is a 6-story, non-fireproof multiple dwelling with 7 apartments per floor. Upon arrival, we found heavy fire in an apartment on the 6th floor with extension to the Cockloft space. The Cockloft space is the area above the top floor ceiling and below the roof line, and that extends over all of those 7 apartments. Our engine companies moved in very aggressively, very deliberately, with multiple hand lines on that top floor and in the roofs and to the roof as well. Our ladder companies worked feverishly, cut many openings in the roof, and to open up that top floor ceiling to expose the fire that was in the Cockloft. Right now we have 5 minor injuries, 3 to occupants, 2 to firefighters. I'm going to have EMS speak to those injuries. The damage to those apartments on the top floor, there's approximately 4 apartments with heavy damage, and those occupants are being taken care of by the American Red Cross. Right now, this fire is under control. It went to a 4th alarm, which includes 180 firefighters and EMS personnel. And we will keep an FDNY presence here for quite a while. We continue to open up the many hot spots in this building. And at this time, I'll turn it over to EMS to talk about the injuries.
Deputy Assistant Chief Joe Secretaki. Good afternoon. So as the chief said, we had 5 injuries, 3 to civilians, and we had 2 to firefighters. The nature of these injuries were musculoskeletal. We had some minor burns to the firefighters. 1 civilian did refuse medical attention on the scene, and the rest of the patients are in the process of either being evaluated or they were transported to local hospitals. I'm happy to report that all the
Any questions?
Where did the fire start in relation to like north, south, east, west, and east?
So this building is broken down into 2 wings. An A wing, which is on the left, and the B wing, which is on the right. And it's connected by the throat in the middle of the building, which contains the stairwells and elevator. It started on the A wing on the left-hand side of the building. And one of the apartments got into that cockloft, and pretty much the entire cockloft space was involved above that A wing.
Is that what necessitated the fourth alarm, just because of the difficulties, because of the way it travels?
Firefighting is very demanding. It's physically demanding, and we required a lot of hose lines on that top floor in the roof space. It was very labor intensive, and that required the fourth alarm.
Is everyone accounted for?
Everyone is accounted for, yes.
idea how it started.
That's under investigation by a fire marshal.
Any other questions?
Was there any damage to the neighboring apartments?
No, there was not. There was not. Thank you very much.
All right.
Happy Easter, everybody.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, bro.
Alright, there you have it. Press conference. Mia's all here. They got their briefing and chiefs are going back to doing what they do. The members are packing up still. I gotta get a drink. I'm parched. I'm gonna close it up. Last members come out and stuff like that. The other gentleman next to Chief of Operations Wood is the Bronx Borough Commander. These guys in the marshals over here, they're already investigating. I'm gonna close it off with that. Chief, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good,
seeing
good, thank you. Nice to see you too.
All right, I'll see you later.
That's in my head. I'm saying 30 is.
I know a lot of the chiefs, but I tend to stay on the sidelines. This is the Cockloft nozzle. This is what they put between the ceiling and the roof, and that's how they got most of that pocket of fire.
I want to say 59 and I think I saw 59 bag. Alright, they're on the corner.
59?
This is this.
I think it's 59.
I think it's 59.
Cockloft nozzle.
We're not there. Definitely
They stick it between the ceiling and the
So I
roof,
saw them carrying it.
and it hits pockets of fire from both sides of
I'm
the
gonna finish this one.
little nozzle there.
Come on, come on.
All right, I'm gonna wind up with this. I gotta get something to drink. The situation is very, very dry. I need something to drink. A lot of produce working. Brand new towel out of Croft coming in. I don't know, for relief maybe.
127. You guys on scene?
Alright, let's see a big operation going on down there. Alright, this is where the command post. I'm going to go to the other side and give a little love to the other guys packing up the hose on this engine. And then we're going to get out. A lot of hose packing.
Tell me how fly was to the right of you, fly was to the left.
What?
Here is another example, and I can't overemphasize this enough, how dangerous cars parked next to hydrants are during fire operations. This one has a kink too because of the proximity of that car to the fire hydrant. I don't know what it's going to take for these people to learn, because they've had fatalities already involving blocked hydrants, and what the city can do about it. They need to start an aggressive program to get to the bottom of this. It's unbelievable. There you have it.
They gave us 2 and 2 for a watch line. We were like, this is what? Yeah. We were like, all right, so we stopped the coffee and everything. And then we hear the radios like, yeah, fire sector to command. We're just mopping up now. We're like, calls for a watch line. We're still operating. We're from Dunkin' Donuts. We're like, maybe we should come over here. No, coming over here. Oh, yeah. Russian. No, I don't think he knows where the back. I think they got it.
Alright, they're still bringing lines down left and right. Okay, I'm getting out of here, folks. How you doing? All right, thank you, appreciate it. They just gave me a little shout out. They love my work. And I love them too. They do great work for us here in the city and throughout the world, firefighters.
You want to ride or you okay? You want to ride? We're going now.
Okay.
Oh, wait till you find the ride.
You ready? All right, 2 and 2 from Cypress Avenue, I believe. 2 and 2. We're gonna see you all on the other side. By the way, that's the brand new truck right there. I think it's a couple of weeks old. 2 and 2. We'll see you all on the other side.
Battalion 26. 26. Go ahead. 315 engine on the watch line. All right, thank you.
I don't know if I said it, but where the rack at? There the rack at. I believe there's 2 racks here. Rack 1 on the other side, there the rack at. And rack 3 on this side, there the rack at. 2 for the price of 1.